So at the time of recording, I have 3 new subscribers. So thank you very much, guys, for obliging this Make the Movie Guy Happy campaign. And keep it going. As long as there is at least 1 new subscriber after each one of my videos, I will have 3 alternative picks for you guys. Not 1, but 3. And I think that's good business. Netflix just released a comedy film this past Friday, and I wanted to see what it had to offer because there was quite a bit of buzz around it. Let's get down to business. By the by, I'm the movie guy, and this is my review for Thunder Force.
I'm gonna make him an offer again with you.
I drink your milkshake.
Why so serious?
I am your father.
You talking to me?
Say what again?
Are you not entertained?
So the story starts by introducing the Miscreants, a band of sociopath supervillains who kill the parents of one of the protagonists called Emily. She devotes her life to continuing her parents' work of making a serum that will make normal people into, well, super people. Nothing can stop her, not even her best friend from childhood, which is Lydia. They had a row when they were teenagers and they went their separate ways. Emily managed to make a super serum that will give one person super strength and another which will give a person invisibility, and Lydia became a forklift driver. On the night on their high school reunion, Lydia goes to the headquarters of Emily in order to take her to the reunion. Some shenanigans happened and Lydia actually gets injected with a super strength serum, and Emily now has to inject herself with the invisibility serum and take on the Miscreants. This is a superhero film. Lydia and Emily are 2 people with superpowers. They're the good guys. They take on the Miscreants, who are the bad guys in this film. This is also a comedy film. Much of the comedic relief comes from Lydia, who, that's her job, to be the smart ass who cracks jokes and kicks butt. And this is also a buddy film. Emily and Lydia team up together to beat the Miscreants, and the quality of this film hinges on them two, getting along and making a good comedic partnership. So let's talk a little bit about the comedy. Of course, comedy is subjective. What I find funny, you may not find funny. So this is just my opinion of how this comedy film is. Some of the jokes are kind of bad. Like, they didn't make me laugh at all, but there were some really good jokes as well that really get a chuckle out of me. And these better jokes come out when Lydia is allowed to be herself and make pop culture references. Those are by far the best jokes. Like when she compares a CIA operative to Jodie Foster. That was a really, really good joke. On to the negatives now. The antagonist of this film, named The King, is a pretty lame antagonist to have. His only motivation is that he wants to get power, as a supervillain usually does in a superhero film. He competes for the mayor of Chicago, first of all, and his biggest aspiration is to become the president of the United States. Now, as it comes to villains, that is a pretty tame aspiration to have. Anyway, he's just a generic run-of-the-mill antagonist that the good guys have to topple. The CGI effects, portraying these superpowers are actually kind of bad as well. For example, there is a scene when Lydia picks up a bus and throws it, and the CGI really, really fails that scene. And Emily's invisibility power is also, it doesn't look that good on screen. When she gets into invisibility mode, she, looks like a hologram kinda, and, they needed to find a way to make us see her on screen because she's invisible, but I did find that the CGI was just kind of bad. Oh, and also the Miscreants, that's a garbage name. No one's gonna take him seriously. And this brings to my most disliked scene of the film. And I'm not saying that this is a bad scene by any stretch of the imagination. Of course, you might like it. I don't. It is the date between Lydia and one of the Miscreants, who is a crab man. His arms are crab-like, and it's just disgusting. The flirting between them is disgusting. And this scene reminded me of the sex scene from Don't Be a Menace to Society, blah, 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 blah. And that was, a really disgusting scene. And the same goes for this one. I don't like seeing, butter being, put on crab arms and made it sound sexually. It just, it disgusted me. Ben Falcone wrote and directed this film, and it's funny, I saw this guy a while back in the Friends spin-off called Joey, and I wasn't really impressed by him there, so it's quite amazing to see that he has his own Netflix original film, which actually had quite a bit of buzz coming into its release date. He teams up with frequent collaborator Melissa McCarthy, who, she is her usual self. Her comedic presence is, just as good as in any other film. So, not a lot that I can say about her that you guys might not know. She partners up with Octavia Spencer. She plays Emily, and she's okay. She has a pedestrian performance. Not very impressed by Spencer, who I am impressed by is Jason Bateman. The guy was really good playing the Crabman, the guy I told you about in my most disliked scene. He has a very dry and awkward delivery in all of his jokes, and I just dug it. To me, that was really funny. Now, I understand what this movie wanted. You know, it's a comedy film. It's not supposed to have great CGI or even a good antagonist. It's not about that. The quality of this movie, as I said, it should be in the comedy and the buddy aspect of this film. It could have been a lot better when these characters, you know, get to shine and let their characters, show themselves. Sure, this movie is okay, but it doesn't really often come to that. The final 30 minutes of this film, though, were fantastic, and I really enjoyed them. And if there is a sequel coming, and I've heard talks of a sequel, that's why I'm saying this, I wouldn't be too against it. If, as I said, it continued the pace from the ending of this film. So my recommendation is the Thames give this movie a watch with a rating of 2.5 stars. As I've said, as you guys oblige this Make the Movie Guy Happy campaign and press that subscribe button, if you continue to do it, next review I will also have 3 alternatives for you guys. Number 1, Ride Along. This is also a buddy film. Ice Cube is a cop and Kevin Hart, goes on a ride along with Ice Cube, and these guys have fantastic chemistry. And I didn't think that this movie would actually be good, but having watched it just a couple of months ago, I kind of loved it. My second option is Kick-Ass, a superhero film with comedy elements that is probably the better version of this film. And number 3, this movie has nothing to do with buddy films, comedy films, superhero films. It's called The Best Offer, and it's about an art auctioneer and his journey to falling in love. And this is, in my opinion, a perfect film. If there's enough of a call in the comment section, I'll actually do a review on this film. Don't forget to press that like button, comment down below, and make the movie guy happy, guys, by pressing the subscribe button, and keep on watching movies.